everyone, welcome to another live. I'm gonna go ahead and finally finish this painting, working on this big tree to the right. And I'm working with burnt umber and black and white and ultramarine, actually not, cobalt blue. No ultramarine blue today. Cobalt blue, white, titanium white, burnt umber, and Mars black. I'm gonna go ahead, paint the tree first, and then drop in the impression of snow later on. If you have any questions, drop in the comments. If you're watching the rerun of this live, I will get back to you right away. And if you are on the live, feel free to interact with me, ask questions, and stop me. All right. Wait, I'm gonna stop right here for 1 second, and this will give opportunity to more people to join. Hello, sir. Hello, Visual Fusion. How are you? Thanks for being here. Thank you very much for your kind words. I appreciate it. Sure, sure. You just had a live, right? I think I was late to your live. You were I think you were painting some galaxies. Supernova, yes, it was fantastic. I almost missed it, but you know, it came in right at the end. I didn't comment or anything like that, but that was fantastic. But thanks for stopping by. I know it's late where you are. You gonna post it on your YouTube? Because I know you are mostly on TikTok. TikTok is having issues in US, you know. It may get banned soon. Yeah. Well, have a good night. If you leave, feel free to stay for as long as you want. But if I know you understand it's late over there. Have colorful dreams, and you're probably gonna dream of galaxies tonight. Robin Ellis, thank you for being here. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate your kind words. Yeah, inside the cabin is cozy for sure. Yes, the lights are, and the smoke is coming out. I don't know if you could see it. Oops. I always forget the camera angle. So yeah, inside the cabin is definitely. Thank you very much. It's not so stunning, but it's. I'm trying. There's a lot of detail work involved with this. I'm working with a detail brush, pardon the pun. I could definitely use a bigger brush for the body of the tree, for the trunk, but these small branches, require a bit more, precision. Thank you, Robin, right? Robin. sorry if I missing some of the comments. That's so talented. Thank you very much. Did you go to school to learn how to paint? Did it just come to you? No, it's self-taught, you know. Bob Ross, basically YouTube, you know, stuff like that. Kevin Hill, Chuck Black. Those are my go-to places on YouTube. Kevin Hill does oil, but he used to do I mean he still does acrylics sometimes. So this is acrylics. And yeah, self-taught. Sleeping Society, good evening. Welcome back. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to a filbert. Maybe we can move a bit faster here. This guy. Get some burnt umber, some black, and let's go ahead, drop the shadow side first. Now this part is fairly easy. We should move quickly. So I'm getting burnt umber and titanium white for the highlights. If you're interested in the color mixing part. Sure, no problem. Stay for as long as you want, as long as you can. And thank you for being here. Thank you for dropping a comment. I appreciate you. You know, I will make a condensed version of it as an upload. You can watch it later if you want. Hopefully I can finish it tonight. Bob Ross is you. No, not Bob Ross. Thank you very much for subbing. I appreciate it. I was actually watching a documentary on Bob Ross today. I knew he was in the army, Air Force, but I didn't know he served 20 years in the Air Force. And I didn't know because of his height, they didn't let him fly fighter jets. I don't know. I didn't know that. So he had a desk job for. So slowly but surely we can build up this tree bark, create some texture. It is in the foreground, so it deserves more attention than, let's say, this tree. guys for joining. If you're new to me, my name is Bobby. I work with acrylic paint and I mainly do landscapes. You can check the channel. I have edited version of similar work. You can watch it at your own pace. I'm a very slow painter, so these lives tend to get very long. Oh yes, thank you very much, Robin. It's I'm trying to build texture with the detail brush. The canvas is kind of rough, and as I pull down, it will break the paint. A similar effect as the mountain. If you remember how Bob Ross did his mountain with the palette knife, you basically invest. You count on paint to be broken by the canvas and the roughness of the canvas and the brush. So it will create the illusion of details. And if you see, I'm rubbing my fingers over the paint is to soften the hard edges, because I'm working with acrylic paint, and acrylics tend to create a lot of hard edges. If you work with oil, you don't have that problem. So I'm going to show some of these brush strokes, some rough brush strokes. Creates illusion of some, tree bark. Yeah, sure, no problem. As long as you paint here and there, Do you work with oil or acrylics, Robin? Oh, I am in US. I'm in New York. And I don't have a personal website, no. I usually sell my art at like art fairs and stuff like that. Art and crafts fairs, you know. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and switch to my cobalt blue. And of course, I'm gonna be working with white. Same detail brush. Gonna make my shadow color first for the snow. Let's start with up here. Since you guys can see a better view of it, and maybe I can finish the rest later on. So at least we can see some progress while you're here. Let me bring you a bit closer. So we are dropping the impression of snow. Same as the other trees that partly you see, partly you don't see. And if you're watching a rerun of this live, you can go ahead and watch the previous parts. It's on the channel. But I have to warn you, it is unedited, it's raw. You know, you have to do your own editing. Pick and choose what you want to watch. And that would be all. We're gonna go ahead and continue working on this painting. Dropping the shadow color first, and then I'm gonna highlight it in a few places. And hopefully we can have a winter wonderland here. You could turn this painting into a Christmas painting. I know it's too early to talk about Christmas. But if you're interested, you know, you can go ahead and easily turn it into a Christmas painting. You can turn this into a church if you want. You know, it's supposed to be a church, but I turned it into changed it into a cabin. You really want your paint to be a little thick. You don't want to water it down. If you work with oil, you don't want to use turpentine or linseed oil for this part, because you want the paint to, break. You want the paint to be real thick. So So the tree bark is getting some snow. Maybe it was blown onto it, and sometimes you get this effect on the tree bark. It might be considered unrealistic. I don't know. I've seen this happening, So some snow for the for the tree bark. Not much. Maybe in some areas we can even go ahead and highlight it. Soften it a bit. Definitely this part gets highlighted. Impression of the moonlight. And again, we're definitely pushing the envelope here. You know, how much of that moonlight is gonna cast on these branches, I don't know. It's a dream world, so I've got a lot of talent. No, it's not talent. It's just, you know, trial and error. But thank you very much for the compliment. I appreciate it. Trust me, you can do much better than this if you practice every day. I don't paint every day, but once you know, once you learn the technique, that's it. It's easy. lot of these brush strokes are kind of random. Basically, we are aiming for that happy accident. Sorry. So we're gonna drop in the snow at the bottom of this tree, and I'm gonna continue that and paint our land, the road. So basically connecting the two parts, a seamless, transition, kind of very soft, smooth transition between the two areas, the tree and the land. The lay of the land is this way, slanted, so I'm gonna use more blue for the shadow side and mix it in with white for the highlights, mid-tone and highlights. This is okay. Here we go. So not so much details really, just random brush strokes. Some texture, definitely. Texture, yes, for sure, but detail-wise, not a lot. We can create impression of few rocks and some bumps here and there with the highlights, just like so. I don't want to create pattern. I don't want to do like sequential, shape or forms. Basically, any pattern that is being created, I would break it, because in nature you don't see this kind of patterns. It looks man-made, it looks unnatural. Some highlights for these bushes over here with the same brush, Filbert. Smooth some of that hard edges. Some of those hard edges. These are all illusion of detail work. It's not. We can sit here with a detail brush for hours creating details if you want. Super realistic, photorealistic. There's nothing wrong with it. That's up to you if you want to do it. And let me see here. The tree is almost done. I can work on this a bit more. But for the sake of the live and showing you guys some progress and being able to finally call this painting done, I'm gonna go ahead and add a few more details and hopefully we can get there. We can get to that stage. A bit more impression of snow here and there, a bit more softening those hard edges. Some of you guys, if you're watching rerun of this lives, may ask, okay, if you drop so much blue and white on this tree, basically creating impression of snow, then why spend so much time painting the tree? Because the answer is because I don't know how it's going to turn out, how much snow I'm going to drop on it, how much is going to show, how much it won't show. So it's always, I take the extra 20 minutes to paint the tree the way I would normally do, and then I would bring in the impression of snow and stuff like that. Of course, if you're not painting a snow scene, it would be done right there. A few more details here and there, but basically it's gonna be the same brush stroke. It can get tedious at times. It can get boring at times. I mean, to watch, I never get bored. I can do this for hours. A bit more highlights for this area as well. Softening some of those hard edges. I'm working with the shadow color now, right behind this tree. I mean, the right side of the tree. Just not facing the moonlight. All right, a bit more tree color, which is black. Raw umber, fix a few areas. All right, so if you are watching the rerun, or if you are still here, for those who stayed, let me show you a final look of the whole. Thank you, Godsend, appreciate it. Let me show you a final look of the whole painting, and with that we can go ahead, wrap this live, and of course I stay a few more minutes to answer any questions if you might have for me. Yeah, well, not completely done, but for the sake of the live, you know, I try to achieve at least some finished look with the painting, so you guys, if you stayed, you know, can see how it looks. And that's what we have. Try to fit everything into one frame. Here we go. And I thank you very much for all your beautiful comments and your love. Thank you for being here. I hope you guys can come back for, you know, other lives. Check the channel out. And if you're new to me, again, my name is Bobby. I'm an acrylic painter, and I mainly do landscapes. You can see some of my work on YouTube, on my channel, and on TikTok. The same username, Paint Your Dream World, one word. And that's the painting. If you guys have any questions, Robin says looks incredible. Thank you very much. You greatly appreciate it. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Godsend, thank you very much. I know a sleeping society had to leave. Robin says that I'll definitely be back. Thank you so much for everything. This is good evening, Bobby. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. If it wasn't because of you guys, I would be painting myself and talking to myself. But thank you for being here, and it really it's another feeling painting with a live audience. But yes, I don't have a set time to go live, but if I do go live, usually it's going to be around 6 to 7 p.m. New York time, Eastern Standard Time. So, and I will try to let the audience know. I mean, on my channel in the community section where I go live. I mean, when I go live, so you guys can tune in. All right. And that's a close up of the tree that we did today. And that's the whole painting. Yeah, definitely, it's fun. I myself, when I'm not painting, I definitely watch, other people, painting. My favorite artists are, as I mentioned, Chuck Black, Kevin Hill, Viktor Yushkevich. He's in Moscow, great acrylic artist. Who else I watch? Yeah, these guys, and a few others. But definitely it's fun if you love art, painting, watching. It's always fun. All right. Well, thank you for being here, Robin, and everybody at Godsend and everybody else. We'll see you guys hopefully soon. Take care. Have a good night.